Hello stampers, welcome to the Totally Techniques blog hop for August. This month we're featuring customized stencils. I have some very pretty cards to share with you. Because this is part of a blog hop, when you get to the end of this video, there is going to be a link in the upper right hand corner. You are going to be able to click that, which will take you to my blog, my creative website. And if you scroll down past the pictures of the projects that I'm going to make today, you're going to find some little thumbnails, and those are going to take you to other blogs that are using the same technique with the customized stencils. So we're going to flip this camera around. We're going to get started. I'm going to show you what I did with it, and everybody does something a little different. It's based on our interpretation of the technique using customized stencils. So I hope you'll check those out. Please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. You're going to find a little button down here that says subscribe. You don't want to miss anything I have coming out. Let's get started. I'm going to start first with the supplies that I am using for the card that I'm going to be sharing with you today. I've got strawberry slush ink as well as a Memento refill of ink in a white empty craft pad. So I've taken my Memento and put it into a foam pad versus the fabric pad that it comes in, which I just like to use better. A blending brush, I've got my scissors, my take your pick tool, my bone folder, some multi-purpose liquid glue, some mini glue dots, black mini dimensionals. I'm also going to be using the Baker's Twine Essential Pack. This comes with 5 different colors of Baker's Twine. And the purple adhesive back sequins. These were one of our offerings during celebration earlier this year. They are in the store only for the month of August, and they're absolutely beautiful. You can get them for $5.60 on sale. So I just wanted to make sure you know where those are coming from. The bundle that I chose to use for my customized stencil project is the Extraordinary Flora bundle. Now this is a really pretty little bundle. It comes with 1 large stamp and a die that cuts out all of these images at the same time. It is part of a bundle that uses some really wide washi tape, and I've made some other cards with this. You can find those on my blog if you go there. But super fun. One of the newest bundles using this really big washi tape. Like, I've never used really big washi tape before. We're not using that today though. We're just going to use the stencil with the stamp set. I'm also bringing in the right words. I needed a sentiment for the inside of my card. This is a fantastic stamp set that has 14 different sentiments in it for just about any occasion. So I really like this one. I've been using this one a lot. Our cardstock layers are going to be a card base of strawberry slush. This is 4 1/4 by 11. I've scored it at 5.5 inches. Now all of the measurements for the card can be found on my blog again, and there will be a link at the end of the video. I'm also using a piece of basic black that is 3 1/2 by 5.5, a piece of basic white that is 3 1/4 by 5.5, and then I've got a little piece of the strawberry slush that is 3/4 by 2 inches, and then we've got a piece of black that is about 1/2 inch by 2 1/4 inches, and 2 10-inch pieces of the black Baker's Twine from the Essentials pack of Baker's Twine. Okay, I think what we're going to do here is we're going to do our technique first. So this is a scrap piece of white cardstock. I always like to use scraps when I'm not actually putting them on a card. And I'm going to be using the die as well as the large stamp set with all of these images in it. I'm going to ink that up with my Memento black ink pad. I'm just going to try to get this right in the middle of my basic white layer. This is our scrap. We don't need to do anything with that yet. This is our basic white layer that's 3 1/4 by 5 1/2. So I'm just going to put this, whoops, I almost dropped it, right in the middle. And that gives us all these floral images. We're going to take that die on our scrap piece of white cardstock. And I say scrap because this is my good cardstock. This is Stampin' Up! Cardstock. This is not Stampin' Up! Cardstock. It's just a scrap. So this piece is a little bit bigger than this one. This piece is probably 3 1/2 by 5 3/4. Not probably, it is 3 1/2 by 5 3/4. This was 3 1/4 by 5 1/2. I'm going to run this through my die cutting machine, and I'm just going to try to center this on this scrap of cardstock as best I can. So hang tight. Here comes our template, and all these just pop out of here, and we're not actually using any of these because they're just scraps. We are going to take our template now for our customized stenciling. And what I decided to do with this, I'll just set that over here, is use Strawberry Slush that matches my card base. That's why I chose that color of card base. And I'm going to take my stencil that I've made, and I am going to place it right over these images that I stamped with that big stamp. And I'm going to hold this in place. I'm going to get my blending brush loaded up. Now this is a really dark color. I've got 2 other samples I'm going to share with you just using different colors. So I'm going to kind of take a little bit of this ink off first. If you're using a really light color, you probably don't have to do that too much. But now I'm going to come in and use my stencil to add color to these images. Again, just kind of rubbing a little bit of that ink off so it doesn't get blotchy on me. And you can add as much color to this or as little color as you would like. And again, I'm holding this in place so it doesn't go anyplace. I want it to have very uniform lines with my stencil. And let's reveal to show you how pretty this is. So what I decided to do with this is to add it to a black layer that's just a little bit bigger, or wider, I should say. So my black layer is 3 1/2 by 5 1/2. We're going to adhere this with the liquid glue. I like using the multi-purpose liquid glue because it gives me wiggle room. If I happen to get this on here crooked, I can slide it around a little bit before that glue sets up. And I see I've got just a little bit of extra black down here. I'm going to trim that off real quick. There we go. Now I've got it evened up really good. We're going to take our Strawberry Slush card base and add that. We're going to add this right to the center. And again, that liquid glue allows me to move this around just a touch, get it in place. And then the inside of our card, which I should have done this first. Always stamp first before you start gluing stuff together. I just was so excited. I got ahead of myself. So my front is going to say, congratulations. My inside is going to say, I know a good thing when I see it, and I see lots of good things in you. And Oh, good. That turned out really good. You never know. So I have an entire little basket here of all of the washi tape. This is cut out from the washi tape. I simply laid the washi tape across a piece of cardstock and die cut this because the washi tape is the same as the stamp. Die cut this. So I've got all these images that I use for other cards that I've made. And this is strawberry slush. So I think what I'm going to do is come right in here and add this just as a little, just pretty element for the inside of my card. Because why not, right? I like to decorate the insides. And then I just kind of keep these and use them as I need them. We'll close this up. Now we have to finish decorating the front of our card. And what I did is I took the congratulations from the Extraordinary Flora and I embossed it with Versamark ink and white embossing powder. I'm going to add this about a 1/2 inch by 2 1/4. I'm going to add this to that 3/4 by 2 inch piece of strawberry slush just to give it a little, make it a little more substantial. That's a good way to put it. Then we're going to put some black mini dimensionals on the back. I'll set that aside for a moment. I've got my 2 pieces of black baker's twine here from that Baker's Twine Essential pack. These are 10 inches. And let's see if I can make a bow. There we go. Now we have some work to do to get that down. Oh, you know what? I decided not to make a bow here. What I decided to do instead, to avoid the knot, the bulk that is created from the knot, is I'm just going to kind of lay my baker's twine like this. And I know that my sentiment is going to go right across here. And that's why I brought in the mini glue dots. Use my take your pick tool to pop that off of there. I'm just going to set this right about here. Let's make sure that's where I want this. Yep, that looks good. And I'm going to attach my baker's twine to that mini glue dot. Now, that's probably not going to keep it because it's a small little glue dot. So I'll grab another little glue dot and bring that right in here. I just don't want my baker's twine to come out from, see how this is loose yet? I want to make sure that stays in place. And now I've really secured it with 2 mini glue dots. Then we can pop these off here. And again, I just didn't tie it in a bow because I didn't want the knot to be creating any issues for me back here behind my sentiment. Make sure this is straight. Oops. Again, I really want that to be straight, of course. Okay. Then I'm going to bring in those purple adhesive back sequins and see which ones. I don't think I'm going to use these. These are a little more purple than I want, but these pink ones look pretty good. So I will use my take your pick tool to add just some little sparkle in here. There's big sequins, smaller sequins, and I'm just going to put 3 of these on here to give that a little bit of bling. Oh my gosh, I think this turned out really good. Again, using your dies to make customized stencils is just a whole new world for your dies. It turned out really nice. I love this. And then I told you that I had a couple more cards here. I have a Daffodil Delight. Let me get these out of the way. I have a Daffodil Delight, same exact card. Only I used daffodil cardstock and ink, and then I did it in a very light petal pink, which is also really pretty. So you could make this in a whole rainbow of colors. You could also take one of our smaller blending brushes if you wanted, and you could color each one of these flowers a little different color. So that's another idea here, but I hope that your mind is reeling with, oh boy, which dies can I pull out to make my own stencils? Because this is so much fun. Remember, this is a blog hop, so you're going to have some other ideas with the other designers that are in the Totally Techniques design team. I hope you'll check those out. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel down here. You don't want to miss anything I have coming out. Right up here is the link if you would like to order any of these products from me. You will find them all in my online store. This link is going to take you to my blog, where you will be able to find the links to the other blog hop participants. You can also find a complete ingredient list where it'll show you little pictures of the stamp set, the dies, all of the goodies that I use to make these cards. Those little pictures will take you right to my store if you would like, again, to order or see more details about them. I always appreciate your orders. Check out the blog hop. We also have a brand new catalog that is going live on September 3rd. It is our holiday mini catalog. So many beautiful things in here. If you are in the United States and you do not have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, you would like one of these catalogs, I would love to earn your business. You can pop me an email at kelly@AStampAbove.com with your address, and I would be happy to drop one in the mail for you. Thank you so much for taking a little bit of time out of your day today to spend with me. I hope you enjoyed these projects and you'll give this a try. Bye-bye.